three mice and a bar of music. Music was to the nursery rhyme of three blind mice. You know how it goes. Three blind mice.
Three blind mice. See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife. Oh, it's horrible.
There were three children and one died.
That's right. The youngest boy of 11.
What happened to the other two?
The girl was adopted by someone. We have a name, Tracy, that's my whereabouts. The eldest boy would now be about 22. Deserted from the army and hasn't met her since. According to the army psychologist, was definitely schizophrenic. Bit grim-head, that's to say.
And I think it was he who killed Mrs. Lyon, Mrs. Stanning.
Yes.
And that he's going to come here and kill one of us. But why?
That's what I've got to find out. As the superintendent sees it, there must be some connection. Now you state, sir, that you've never had any connection with the Long Ridge Farm case.
No.
The same goes for you, madam?
No connection.
What about servants?
We haven't got any servants. Speaking of which, Sergeant Trotter, would you mind if I go into the kitchen? I'll be right there if you need me.
That's quite all right, madam. Now, please have all your names.
This is quite ridiculous. We're only staying in this kind of hotel. We've all only arrived yesterday. We have no connection.
But you booked your rooms ahead. You planned to come here in advance.
Well, yes. All except that, Mr.
Gene, my car overturned in a snowdrift.
I see. What I'm trying to get at is that anyone who's been following you around might very well know what you're doing. Now, there's just one thing I want to know, and I want to know it quick. Which of you is it that has some connection to that business at Long Ridge Farm? You're not being very sensible now. One of you is in danger. Deadly danger. I've got to know which one that is. Very well. I'll ask you one by one. You first, since you seem to have arrived here more or less by accident, Mr. Harry.
Para, Gene. But my dear Inspector, I know nothing but nothing of what you've been talking about. I am a foreigner in this country. I know nothing of these local affairs of bygone years.
Mrs.
Boy. And I don't quite see. Really, I consider it quite impertinent. Why on earth I should have anything to do with such a distressing business?
Miss.
Casewell, Leslie Casewell. I never heard of Long Ridge Farm case, and I know nothing about it.
You.
Christopher Redden. I don't even remember hearing about it. I was just a mere child at the time.
And you, sir?
Metcalf, Major, I put the case in the papers at the time. I was stationed in Edinburgh then. No personal knowledge.
That's all you have to say? Any of you? Well, if one of you gets murdered, you'll only have yourself to blame. Now, Mr. Roll, have a grand pass.
Certainly sorry. My dears, how melodramatic. He's very attractive, isn't he? I do so admire him, please. So stern and hard-boiled. Quite a thrill, this whole business. Three blind mice. How does the tune go?
Really, Mr. Wren?
But don't you like it? It's a signature tune. The signature of the murderer. Just fancy what a kick you must be getting out of all this.
Melodramatic rubbish. I don't believe a word of it.
But just you wait, Mrs. Wood, till I creep up behind you and you feel my hands on your throat.
Stop!
That's enough, Mr. Burr. It's a poor joke anyways. In fact, it's no joke at all.
But that's just what it is. A madman's joke. And that's what makes it so deliciously macabre. You can just see your faces.
What an ill-mannered and erotic young man.
Where's Giles?
Taking our policeman on a conducted tour of the house.
Your friend, the architect, has been behaving in a most abnormal manner.
Young fellas seem nervy nowadays. I dare say a lot of it.
Nerves. I have no patience for people who say they have nerves. I haven't any nerves.
That's just as well for you, Mrs. Boyle.
What do you mean?
I think our match should be on the bench at the time. In fact, you were responsible for sending those kids to Long Ridge Farm.
Really, Major Metcalf, I can hardly be held responsible. We had reports from welfare workers. The couple seemed very nice and, well, most anxious to have the children. It seemed to go
enjoy myself greatly.
Never did like that man.
Where did he come from last night?
I don't know.
Looks like a bit of a spib to me. Makes his face up too. Rouge and powder. Disgusting. He must be quite old, too.
And yet he skips about as if he were a much younger man.
You'll be wanting more wood. I'll get some.
Oh dear, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and yet it's already getting dark. Let me turn on the lights. That's better.
I've seen to misplace my pen.
What a horrid little tune.
Don't you like it? Reminds you of your childhood, perhaps. An unhappy childhood?
Oh no, I was very happy as a child.
You were lucky.
Weren't you?
No.
I'm sorry.
It's a long time ago. One gets over such things.
I suppose so.
Or doesn't one? Damn hard to say.
They say what happens as a child means more than anything else.
They say. They say who says?
Psychologist.
Humbug. Just a damn lot of nonsense. I've no use for psychologists and psychiatrists.
I haven't had much to do with them either.
A good thing for you, you haven't. It's all a lot of hooey. The whole thing. Life's what you make of it. Go straight ahead. Don't look back.
One can't always help looking back.
Nonsense. It's a question of willpower.
Perhaps.
I know.
But sometimes things happen to make you remember.
Don't give in. Turn your back on them.
Is that really the right way? I wonder. Perhaps one really ought to face them.
Depends what you're talking about.
Sometimes I don't even know what I'm talking about.
All I know is nothing from my past is going to affect me, except in the way I want it to.
Well, everything looks all right upstairs. What's in there? Drawing room?
Would you mind shutting that door? This place is full of traps.
Sorry, man. Got to get the lay of the land.
Molly, what's all this?
And that completes the tour. I think I'll make my report now to Superintendent Hopkins.
Oh, you can't. The line's down.
What? Since when?
Just after you arrived.
But it was all right earlier. Maybe-
Perhaps since then the line is down from the snow.
I wonder. It may have been cut.
Cut. Who could cut it?
Just how much do you know about these people staying in your hotel?
We really don't know anything about it.
Ah,
Mrs. Boyle wrote from a Burnmouth hotel. Major Metcalf was, where was it on?
Leamington.
Leamington. Wren wrote from Hampstead, and Case Williams from a private hotel in Kensington. But I suppose they've all got ration books, that sort of thing.
I'll go into all that, of course, but there's not much reliance to be placed in that sort of evidence.
But even if this man who's trying to come here and kill one of us, or all of us, well, we're quite safe now because of the snow. No one can get here until it melts.
Unless he's here already.
Here already.
Well, why not? All these people arrived here yesterday evening, some hours after the murder was sustained. Plenty of time to get here.
Except for Parvicini, they'd all looked beforehand.
Well, why not? These crimes are planned.
Crimes. Only been one crime. In Culver Street. What makes you so sure there's going to be another here?
That it will happen here. No, I'm going to prevent that. That it will be attempted. Yes.
I can't believe it. It's too fantastic.
It's not fantastic, it's just facts.
Do you have a description of what this man looked like, Mom?
there an extension line?
Yes, up in our bedroom.
Would you go and try it out for me?